to get 20 on number 3 for me. Angel Joel, thank you so much. Angel Joel is at number 4. The way I'm seeing her, she has a goal. She's going somewhere. Go to my number 3, everybody. Go and connect to my number 3. G2S is at number 3. Connect to my number 3. You disconnect. You reconnect to time to get 20 on number 3 for me. Let's go. On my number 3, everybody, go to my number 3. Every amazing gift I see on the screen, please bag and tag on them. Bag and tag. Every amazing gift I see on the screen. Get my number 1, you get number 2, you get number 3. On the list of my number 3, let's go. Go to my number 3, everybody. Go and connect to my number 3. Disconnect to reconnect to times. You get 20 on the middle list of my number 3, let's go. On my number 3, everybody, go to number 3. G2S, congratulations on 800. My number 4, everybody go to number 4 and the 100 amazing people on number 4 for me. Make sure you're getting my number 1 and 2. Make sure you're getting my number 1 and 2. Go to number 4 for me. Go to my number 4. You disconnect to reconnect to times. You get 20 on number 4 for me. Let's go. 20 on number 4. Let's go. Angel Joel is on number 4. Go to number 4, everybody. You connect to my number 4, you disconnect. If you're in here, you want to gain massively very fast, go and sit on my number 1. Go and sit on my number 1 or number 2. Let's take your account above and beyond. Everybody, let's go. Go to my number 4. Go to my number 4. You disconnect, you reconnect to time to get 20 on number 4 for me. And the 50 amazing people on number 4, please quickly. 50 on number 4, let's go. Go to my number 4. You connect, you disconnect, you reconnect to time to get 20 on number 4 for me. Let's go. On my rated is back. My number 1 is back here. My number 1 is back in the building. Go to number 1, everybody. On my number 1, please go to number 1. On my number 1, everybody, go to my number 1. Please go to my number 1. The king is back. My king is back. The king of the gold task live stream is back. Go to my number 1, everybody. Go to my number 1. You connect to my number 1. You disconnect. You reconnect to times. You get 20 on number 1 for me. Let's go. 20 on the list of my number 1. Let's go. On my number 1, everybody, go to number 1. You disconnect, you reconnect to time to get 20 on number 1. Make sure you're double tapping on the screen to stay super active, to stay visible. We have 1 hour to achieve the live goal, guys. Let's get the live goal. Go to my number 1. On my number 1, everybody, go and connect to my number 1. You connect to my number 1, you come back and comment on, let me pin you. Quickly go to my number 1. Comment down, let me pin you. Just comment 1 when you get my number 1. Exotic, thank you so much. She said she loved my hair. Thank you. Get my number 1. Then you comment 1. I'll pin you. Go and get my number 1 and comment 1. I'm going to check. You know that, right? Esther is on the screen. Everybody on my number 1, please go and get my number 1. You comment down, let me pin you. Esther, this is on private, I can't check. Go and get my number 1. My number 1 just came in. Go to my number 1. Connect to my number 1. Come back and comment down, let me pin you. My number 1, okay? You've not got to my number 1. My new number 1. I said go and get my number 1 now. Disconnect and reconnect again. Get 20 on the middle list of my number 1. Let's go. On my number 1, everybody, Chinton, thank you so much for your first gift. My number 1, bag and tag. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Get my number 1 and tag. I'm going to pin the tag. Printed! Oh my god! Oh my god, thank you so much, Printed. My number 1 is taken, please. My number 1 is taken. Rachel, thank you. Go to my seat. You see this most scent that is team. You see this most scent here that is team. I want it to show rated. Go and connect my number 1 and tag him. I want my most scent to be rated. I want my most scent to be rated or number 1. I want my most sent to be rated all one. Go to my number one, please. Go and connect to my number one. When I open your following list, yeah, I want this to show. I want him to be the first on your following list. Let's go quickly. My most sent, I want my most sent on the chat to be number one. Number one or rated. Let's go. Go to the pin, everybody. Go to the pin. On my number one, everybody, go to my number one. You connect to my number one, you disconnect, reconnect. It's time to get 20 on the middle list of my number one. Let's go. If you're not a gifter in the house, I really hope you're doing top 20. I just hope you're doing top 20. Most especially on my number one. Have you seen the king? The king just came back in, said go, I'm around. I need no introduction, get them to come. Go to my number one, everybody, go to my number one, please. On my number one, everybody, go to my number one for me. You connect to my number one, you disconnect, you reconnect to time to get 20 on number one for me. Let's go. We have 1 hour to actually do live though, guys. Let's achieve even one, even if it's the money gone. Let's just achieve the money gone live though. Everybody, let's go. Go to my number one, please, quickly. You connect to my number one, you disconnect, you reconnect to time to get 20 on number one. Let's quickly get my number one to 0.3. Let's get my number one to 0.3. Every amazing gift I see on the screen, please make sure you bag and tag. The longer you stay, the more friends you gain. Any and everybody is sharing the live to more than 5 to more than 10. Please bag and tag. Rated, welcome back in. How are you? Go to my number one. You connect to my number one, you disconnect, you reconnect to times. Get 20 on number one for me. Let's do. On my number one, everybody, go to number one. Please don't walk to number one, rush to number one. Rush to number one, because if you've seen what this number one, if you've seen the display, my number one came in, go to your gift go and look for Wolf. Any new gifts you are seeing on the gifts listing section, my number one has dropped it here. He has dropped it here. Any new gift you've seen at all. He has dropped the white. He has dropped the white wolf. He has dropped ants of eye. He dropped the ants of eye. Like, I don't know. I cannot count. I cannot count. I mean, you wanted to drop dragon flame before you go and get him. You wanted to drop the phoenix before you see him. Are you sure? Go to my number one, everybody. Go to my number one. If you missed the display, I cannot help you. I have the screenshot. If you want it, I'll send it to you. Go to my number one, please. If you're a gifter in the house, please. You even need, as a gifter, you need my number one. Go and get my number one. Go and get my number one, because they are level to this thing. Main day. My number one is that man. Go and get my number one. If you're not a gifter and you plan on going live sometime in the future, you need my number one on your page. You need my number one on your page. Go to my number one now. Go and connect to my number one, please. Let's get my number to 0.3. I need my number one on 0.3 before we move. My number one, everybody, go to my number one. I feel like even off in the comment section so you can't get my number one. Should I off my comment section so you can't get my number one? Because I think people are idle in the comments. People are very idle in the comments. They are commenting team. Should I off my comment section? Go to my number one, please. Go and connect to my number one. My number one is 1.3. I still need you to go and get my number one, please. Go and get my number one. My number one, you get my number two, you get. Like, the energy is unmatched. The energy you guys bring to this live stream is unmatched. I would never belong to another family if it's not this one. Thank you guys so much. Go and get my number one. My number one, you get. My number two, you get. Quickly. Number one and two. Make sure you're bagging and tagging on my number one and two quickly. Everybody, let's go. My number one and two, let's go. On my number one, you get. My number two, you get. If you're a gifter in the house or partaking is allowed, make yourself super visible. Let's connect with you. Make sure you're double tapping on your screen to stay visible, to stay relevant, and to stay Make sure we can see you. Oh my god, he said he's at 0.3. Yeah, I can see that. We can go to my number one. You connect to my number one, you disconnect, you reconnect 2 times. Get 20 on number one for me, okay? Then you go to my number 2. Let's get my number 2 to 240. Go to my number 2, everybody. Every amazing gift I see on the screen, please. Bag and tag, double tap on your screen. Make sure you're double tapping on your screen to stay smart and to stay visible. If you need people to get you, if you don't need to be Joe, make sure you're double tapping on your screen, please. My number 1, you get. My number 2, you get. My number 3, you get. Let's go. Get my number 1, get number 2, get number 3. Make sure you're sharing the live to more than 5 to more than 10. So there's nobody in this house competing my number 1. See, when you're big, I beg. When you're big, you're big. Rachel just came in and said, go, leave number 1 for me, please. Leave number 1 for me. Nobody can contend. Nobody can contend. My number 1, go and get my number 1 for me. Get number 1, you get number 2, you get number 3 for me quickly. You and I. Let's go, everybody. Go to my number 1. You connect to my number 1. You disconnect. You reconnect 2 times. You get 20 on number 1. You get 20 on number 2. Let's go. Make sure you're double tapping to stay active, to stay relevant. The longer you stay, the more friends you get, my love. The longer you stay, the more friends you gain. Jane Wine, you welcome to the team, honey. If you're not a member of the Goldie Taxi, please do not forget to send a heartbeat to join the team, okay? Do not forget to send a heartbeat to join the team. Guys, we have 51 minutes to achieve the live goal. Let us achieve the live goal. Let us achieve everything on the live goal. Who's that? Kagalan, thank you. Angel Joe. Angel Joe said, Lord, let me achieve that live goal for you. You don't need to cry, baby. Let me achieve the live goal. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. It means so much to me. Thank you. Go to my number 2. You connect to my number 2. You disconnect. You reconnect 2 times to get 20 on number 2 for me. TikTok has flagged me again. What is it now? What have I done? You're kicking people out of the live. Go to my number 3, everybody. Go to my number 3. You connect to my number 3. You disconnect. You reconnect 2 times. Lizzie, you're welcome to the team. You disconnect, you reconnect 2 times to get 20 on number 3 from me. Let's go. Angel said, gold. Let me achieve the live goal for you. Let me achieve the money gun live goal for you. Let me spray you some dollars. Let me spray you some clean dollars. Thank you so much, Angel. Behaving like a true angel that you are. Straight from heaven. Thank you so much, Queen. Everybody go to my number 3. You disconnect, you reconnect 2 times to get 20 on number 3 for me. 20 on number 3 for me. Let's go. On my number 3, everybody go to my number 3. You disconnect, you reconnect 2 times to get 20 on number 3. Make sure you're getting my number 1 and 2. Make sure you get my number 1 and 2. Make sure you get my number 1 and 2. Please wait it. In case you're busy, just leave your phone. Let me work on you. Let me elevate your place for you. I need you to leave here with nothing less than at least 0.9. Okay? So just stay on the line so we can work on you. Go to my number 3. You connect to my number 3. You disconnect. You reconnect 2 times. Get 20 on number 3 for me. Let's go. 20 on my number 3 quickly. Go to my number 3. You disconnect. You reconnect 2 times. Get 20 on my number 3. Let's go. Any and everybody is sharing the live to more than 5 to more than 10. Please go on bag and tag. Bag and tag. Double tap on your screen to stay super active, to stay visible. Double tap on your screen to stay super active, to stay visible. Any amazing gifts I see on the screen, please make sure you bag and tag on them. Bag and tag, let's go. My number 1, you get my number 2, you get my number 3, you get when you're done, you go to my number 4. Kagala, honey. Go to my number 6. You disconnect, you reconnect 2 times. You get 20 on number 6 for me. Let's go. 20 on the list of my number 6. On my number 6, everybody, go to my number 6. You disconnect, you reconnect 2 times to get 20 on number 6 for me. Let's go. Double tap on your tag. Esther, I see you. Let me pin that for you if I'll see you again. My number 1, you get my number 2, you get my number 3. Let's go. Esther, tap 9K. 3K times. Oh my god. Please go and get the pin for number 1. You get my number 1, get number 2, get number 3. I'm not seeing any 3K again. I'm not seeing any 3K comments to pin. Go to my number 1, you get number 1, you get number 2, you get number 3. Let's go. Everybody, let's go. Double tap on your screen to stay super active, stay visible. If you've double tapped 3 times, comment 3K, let me pin you. If you've double tapped 3K times, comment 3K, let me pin you, okay? 300. I need the 3K tappers. Get my number 1, you get number 2, get number 3 for me, let's go. 871. Make sure you're getting my number 1, please. Make sure you're getting my number 1 down to number 10. If you're just joining 3K, yes, please get the pin for me. If you're just joining, you're welcome in. Get my number 1, get number 2, get number 3 for me. Go all the way down to 99. Go on bag and tag. When you're done, you come back to number 7. You do top 20 on number 7 for me. Do top 20 on number 7 for me. Let's go. Top 20 on the middle list of my number 7 quickly. Any amazing gifts I see on the screen, please make sure you bag and tag. If you're a gift in the house, overtaking is allowed. If you're a gift in the house, overtaking is allowed. Make yourself super visible, let's connect with you. Make yourself visible, let's connect with you. Get my number 1, get number 2, get number 3, let's go. On the list of my number 1, my number 2, my number 3, Esther's welcome in. Every amazing gift I see on the screen. The longer you stay, the more friends you gain, my love. The longer you stay, the more friends you gain. Make sure you're getting every amazing gift are popping up on your screen. Make sure you're getting every amazing gift are on your screen. You're double tapping to stay out of TikTok jail. You're double tapping to stay visible, to stay relevant. Get my number 1, you get my number 2, you get my number 3, you get 50. On my number 1 and 2, brilliant, congratulations on 0.6. On my number 1, everybody, go and get my number 1. Go and get my number 1, everybody. Get my number 1, get my number 2, get my number 3. On my number 3, everybody, go to number 3. Go to my number 1, get my number 1 for me. Go and get my number 1. Let's get my number 1 to 240. My number 1, everybody. I need 100 amazing people on number 1. If you're a gift in the house, overtaking is allowed. Make yourself super visible, let's connect with you. Make yourself super visible, let's connect with you. You're double tapping, you're sharing, you're connecting. The longer you stay, the more friends you make, my love. The longer you stay, the more friends you make, my love. Go to my number 1. I need my number 1 on 134. I need to get my number 1 240. TikTok King, congratulations on 240. Everybody go to my number 3. On my number 3, everybody go to my number 3, please. On my number 3, okay? Connect to my number 3, you disconnect, you reconnect, it's time to get 20 on number 3, let's go. On my number 3, everybody go and connect to my number 3. Need for drive, thank you so much. Make sure you're bagging and tagging every amazing gift I see on the screen. Go to my number 3. You connect to my number 3, you disconnect, you reconnect, it's time to get 20 on number 3 for me. I need 100 amazing people on number 3, please. 100 amazing people on number 3. I need to see. Go to my number 3, everybody. On the list of my number 3, you connect to my number 3, you disconnect, you reconnect to times. You get 20 on number 3 for me, let's go. On my number 3, everybody, go to number 3. You disconnect, you reconnect to times. You get 20 on number 3 for me, let's go. Who is that? Estes, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Estes. Go to my number 3, everybody. Adelu J, thank you so much for your first gift. Go to my number 3. I need 100 amazing people on my number 3 for me. Go to my number 3. You connect to my number 3. You disconnect. You reconnect to sign to get 20 on number 3 for me. Make sure you're double tapping on your screen. Please make sure you're double tapping on your screen. Make sure you're double tapping on your screen to stay out of TikTok jail, okay? You're double tapping to stay active, to stay visible. Go to my number 3. You connect to my number 3. You stay on my number one. My number one came in with 238.6 or 0.7, and now it's on to 40k. Came in with 239.7. Everybody, let's go. Who is that? Kagan, thank you so much. Every amazing gift I see on the screen, please make sure you bag and tag. Bag and tag every amazing gift I see on the screen. Everybody, let's go. Nakia, thank you so much. Welcome to the team. Go to my number 3. And the 50 amazing people on my number 3, let's go. 50 amazing people on my number 3, 50 amazing people on my number 3. When you're done, you go to number 4 for me. Go to my number 4, please. Go to my number 4. You disconnect, you reconnect, it's time to get 20 on number 4 for me, let's go. On my number 4, everybody. Connect to my number 4, you disconnect, you reconnect, it's time to get 20 on my number 4, let's go. On my number 4, everybody, go to my number 4. You disconnect, you reconnect, it's time to get 20 on my number 4 from me, let's go. Double tap on your screen to stay super active. Oh my god. Is that 1.3 million likes? Oh my god, thank you guys so much. I love all of you from the deepest depths of my heart. The deepest depths of it, okay? Go to my number 4. You connect to my number 4. Make sure you're connecting my number 1 and 2 before you go to 3 and 4. Okay. My number 1, you get my number 2, you get my number 3, you get everybody, let's go. You get my number 1, get number 2, get number 3, let's go. Everybody, let's go. Go to my number 1. You connect to number 1, you disconnect, you reconnect 2 times, you get 20 on number 1 for me. When you're done, you go to my number 5. Make sure you're double tapping. Go to my number 5, please. On my number 5, everybody, go to my number 5. Pretty, you're welcome to the team. Go to my number 5. You connect to my number 5. You disconnect, you reconnect 2 times. Get 20 on number 5 for me. On the middle is my number 5, everybody. Go to my number 5. You connect to my number 5. Oh, my number 4. Kagan is on my number 4. Go to number 4, everybody. Go to number 4. Kagan is on number 4. Kagan is on number 4, everybody. Go to my number 4. Connect with Kagan. You disconnect, you reconnect to time to get 20 on my number 4. Let's go. 20 on my number 4. Kagan is on my number 4, please. Go to my number 4. Go and get my number 4 for me, everybody. Esther Sweet. Thank you so much, Queen. Go and get my number 4, everybody. Go to my number 4. You connect to my number 4. You disconnect, you reconnect to time to get 20 on number 4 for me. 20 on my number 4. Let's go. 20 on the list of my number 4. You're bagging, you're tagging, you're connecting. Nos-E, welcome in. One and only Nos-E. Everybody, let's go. Make sure you get to my number 1 and 2 and 3. Go to my number 4. Kagan is on number 4 for me. Oh my god, this is my eyes. Go to my number 4, everybody. You connect to my number 4, you disconnect, you reconnect to time to get 20 on number 4 for me. Let's go. On my number 4, Esther's congratulations on 0.6. I need 100 amazing people on my number 4 for me. Go to my number 4, please. I need 100 amazing people on number 4. The longer you stay, the more friends you gain. Make yourself super visible. If you're inside the house, overtaking is allowed. Make yourself visible. If you're less than 100, you're less than 200, less than 500. Bring your account to the top. Stay between my number 1 to 5, most preferably 1 to 3. Let's take your accounts above and beyond, okay? Let's take your accounts above and beyond. Get my number 1, get number 2, get number 3 for me. Let's go. Tell this egg to leave my eyes alone. Oh my God. I need 100 amazing people on my number 4, please. Go to my number 4. On my number 4, everybody, go to my number 4. You disconnect, you reconnect to time to get 20 on number 4 for me. Let's go. 20 on the list of my number 4. 20 on the list of my number 4. Let's go. You disconnect, you reconnect to time to get 20 on number 4 for me. Let's go. When you're done, you go to number 5. No. Go to number 6. On my number 6, everybody, go to my number 6. DJ Big Egg! One and only DJ Big Egg is in the house. Welcome in, King. I've been keeping your 6 warm. Don't worry. Don't worry, I kept your 6 warm. Go to my number 6, everybody. On Clingy for me. Is it Clingy or Chingy? Go to my number 6. Welcome to the team, honey. On my number 6, everybody, go to my number 6. And the 100 amazing people on number 6. Miriam, you're welcome to the team, honey. Go to my number 6, everybody. Connect to my number 6. You disconnect. You reconnect to times. You get 20 on number 6 from me. Let's go. 20 on the list of my number 6. Let's go. 20 on the list of my number 6, everybody. Double tap on your screen to stay smash, to stay visible. Get my number 1, you get number 2, you get number 3. Let's go. On my number 6, everybody, go to my number 6. You disconnect, you reconnect to time to get 20 on my number 6. Let's go. 20 on the list of my number 6, everybody. Make sure you're double tapping on your screen to stay active, to stay visible. Go to my number 3. Go to my number 6, rather. Go to my number 6. You connect to my number 6. You disconnect, you reconnect to time. You get 20 on number 6 for me. I need 100 amazing people to go to my number 6. If you're just joining, you're welcome in. If you're just joining, you're welcome in. Get my number 6 for me. My number 1, you're there. Number 2, you're there. Number 3, you're there. Get my number 1, get number 2, down to number 10. Come back to number 6. Do top 20 on number 6 for me. You do top 20 on number 6 for me. Let's go. Top 20 on the list of my number 6. Let's go. On my number 6, everybody, go to my number 6. You connect to my number 6. You disconnect, you reconnect to time to get 20 on number 6 for me. Get 20 on number 6 for me. Let's go. Double tap on your screen to stay spark, to stay visible. Go to my number 6. Get my number 6. Get 20 on number 6 for me. Let's go. Guys, what's going on? I've TikTok jailed some of you. You're not getting my number 6. What's going on? You're not getting my number 6. What's going on? Get my number 6, everybody. Go and get my number 6. Let's go. What's going on? Estas is on the screen. Estas is on the screen. Share the live to more than 5 to more than 10 to get pinned, okay? Share the live to more than 5 to more than 10 to get pinned. I want to pin you, honey. I want to pin you, okay? Go and get the pin for me, everybody. On the pin for me, go. Go to my number 6. My number 1, you get my number 2, you get my number 3, you get. Go to my number 6, okay? You connect to my number 6, you disconnect, you reconnect to time to get 20 on number 6 for me. Let's go. On my number 6, everybody, go to my number 6. You disconnect on my number 5. It's my number 5 now. Go to number 6. On my number 7, okay, you connect to my number 7, you disconnect, you reconnect 2 times. You get 20 on number 7, let's go. 20 on the list of my number 7, let's go. On my number 7, let's go. Go to my number 7, you disconnect, you reconnect 2 times. You get 20 on number 7 for me. Let's get my number 7 to 27K, let's go. On my number 7, Dr. Charis, is that my 48 kg? Is that my queen 48 kg? Welcome in, queen. Go to my number 7, everybody. You get my number 7, you get 20 on number 7 for me, let's go. On my number 7, everybody. Estas is about to take number 7. Estas is about to take number 7. Go to my number 7, everybody. You connect to my number 7, you disconnect, you reconnect 2 times. Get 20 on number 7 for me, let's go. If you're a gifter in the house, overtaking is allowed. Make yourself super visible, let's connect with you. Make yourself visible, let's connect with you. Go to my number 1, you get my number 1, you get number 2, you get number 3 for me, you get number 4, you get number 5, let's go. Angel Jewel, I very congratulated you on 0.5. Everybody, let's go. Go to my number 7. Let's get my number. Oh my god. Cherish you on 27K. Congratulations. On my number 8, everybody. Estas is on number 8. Go to my number 8. Make sure you're bagging and tagging every amazing gift I see on the screen, please. Every amazing gift I see on the screen. Bag and tag. Let's go. Go to my number 8. You disconnect, you reconnect 2 times to get 20 on number 8 for me. 20 on the list of my number 8, everybody, let's go. Go to my number 8, you connect to my number 8, you disconnect, you reconnect 2 times. You get 20 on the list of my number 8. We've only been here for 3 hours, and people are gaining back to back to back. The live stream is super active. If you're a gifter in the house, do not say, oh, she will soon go. I still have 4 hours to be here. I still have 4 hours to be here. A lot can happen in 4 hours. Make yourself visible, make yourself active. Let us connect with you. Let us elevate your page. Go to my number 5. Where was I? On my number 7. Go to number 7, everybody. On my number 7, Esther who is on number 7. Connecting Esther, disconnect, reconnect to time to get 20 on number 7 for me. Let's go. On my number 7, everybody, go to my number 7. You connect to my number 7, you disconnect, reconnect to time to get 20 on number 7. Let's go. Come on, Bola Brace, thank you so much for your first gift. Double tap on your screen to stay back, to stay visible. Any and everybody is sharing the live to more than 5 to more than 10, please. Make sure you get them for me. If you're just joining, you're welcome in. Double tap on your screen to stay active, to stay visible, to stay relevant on the screen, and most importantly, to avoid TikTok Joe. Let's go. On my number 7, everybody, go and get my number 7. Go to my number 7, okay? Esther is on my number 7. Go and connect to my number 7. You disconnect. Super, so you're welcome to the team. You reconnect in time to get 20 on number 7. Let's go. On my number 7, okay? Come back and double tap on the screen. Let's take a break and double tap. We're going to double tap for 4 minutes. Mangele, thank you so much, King. We're going to double tap for 4 minutes. We're double tapping for 4 minutes. Let's go. Double tap on your screen for 4 minutes. Let's go. Double tap on your screen, please, to stay active, to stay visible. Double tap to stay active, to stay visible. Mangele, you're below 300. You're below 300. Bring your account to the top. Let's elevate it for you. Overtaking is allowed, okay? Overtaking is allowed. If you can't, stay between my 1 to 3. But if you cannot, stay between 1 to 5. Let's take your account above and beyond for you, okay? Everybody, we're double tapping for 4 minutes. We're double tapping for 4 minutes. Let's go. Are you double tapping? Are you double tapping on the screen? For 4 minutes, everybody. Who is that? Valerie Sky. Thank you so much, Valerie. Welcome in. Double tap on your screen to stay sparked, to stay visible. Go to my number 1. You connect to my number 1. You connect to number 2. You connect to number 3. Come back and double tap on the screen. We're double tapping for 4 minutes. 1 minute gone. 1 minute gone, everybody. Double tap on the screen. Okay, thank you so much. Everybody, let's go. Double tap on the screen. Let's go. Mensa, you're welcome in. Everybody see on the screen, double tapping and sharing the live and gifting on the live. Please make sure you bag and tag. Any amazing gift that you see on the screen, please go and bag and tag on them. Let's go. My number 1, you get my number 2, you get my number 3, you get everybody. Let's go. Double tap. We're double tapping for 4 minutes. 2 minutes gone. 2 more minutes to go. You're double tapping, you're sharing, you're commenting, you're connecting. Double tap, you share, you connect. Everybody, let's go. Hey, you still want to blind my eye finally. I'll remove this L because I don't know why I want to blind my eye. Double tap on your screen, guys. We have 2 more minutes to go. 2 more minutes to double tap on the screen. See what that yeah, I don't see now. Double tap on the screen, guys. Have you guys told this air to leave me alone? Because this is about to blind me, honestly. And nobody is even telling me sorry. Is that how much you guys hate me? Or you guys just wicked? Nobody's telling me sorry. I'm about to lose my eye. Nobody's telling me sorry. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Someone said Bele. Thank you. Go to my number. Where were we? My number 1, you get my number 2, you get my number 3, you get Rose. I'm doing fine. Watson, congratulations on point 8. Congratulations on point 8, please. Everybody on my number 5 for me. Go to number 5, please. On my number 5, everybody. Go to my number 5. You disconnect, you reconnect. It's time to get 20 on number 5 for me.